1 month ago, I found myself in a corner of an upmarket party in Sloane Square, London, with Jing, an old friend. We were locked in an argument over food. Jing argued I would find better Chinese food in London than in my hometown of Hangzhou in China, and I was enraged. Recent online posts had mocked Hangzhou as a food desert, and Jing knew the London Chinese food scene was booming. I suggested we take on a challenge, and we shook on it. Now I had to figure out how I was going to prove my point. Before embarking on what seems to me a ludicrous folly, I first need to get a grip on the London Chinese cuisine. For over half a century, Chinatown has been the center of London's Chinese food scene, a story that began long before I arrived in London, and a place most Londoners default to when seeking out genuine Chinese food. Gerrard Street and Desmond Tang meet me in the back of a Taotaoju restaurant on Limehouse Street.
Hi, Jerry. Hi, I'm Mingjie.
The two of them have worked with Chinatown restaurant for nearly 50 years and have volunteered to be my tour guides for the morning. Before setting off, I asked them about their earliest memories of Chinatown.
Chinatown is like a community for the Chinese people because you got entertainment, you got community, you got Chinese school, and you got cinema, you got karaoke. A lot of entertainment that people just come to relax themselves for the weekend.
We go outside as I want them to show me what has changed in the time they have been working in the area.
When I come in 1976, I'm 16 years old. Yeah, but now I'm 65 already.
Mm-hmm.
You know, weather different, people different.
It's fair to say you witnessed the changes in the Chinatown over the last nearly 50 years, right?
But it's not just the main streets I want to see.
So we're going to this factory. They're providing those Hefan or the steamed rice noodles, and then for the last 50 years, and then providing all the supplies to all those Cantonese restaurants across Chinatown here, right? That's kind of behind the scene. Oh wow!
It looks that.
Oh, so it's actually a store. People can buy stuff here.
Yeah.
But nobody knows about it.
No, we don't. The restaurant knows.
Oh, the restaurant knows.
Desmond and Jerry are keen to show me the site of Cassie Restaurant, London's oldest mainstream Chinese eatery that opened in 1908, just down the road at Piccadilly Circus.
So what kind of food they serve? Like Cantonese?
Chop suey.
Chop suey.
Yeah, chop
Yeah.
suey.
That's the only dish they serve.
Combination of old-fashioned Chinese.
Old-fashioned Chinese, mainly from Cantonese style.
English Chinese.
English Chinese.
English Chinese, catered to the English kind of palate.
Chop suey came to the UK from the US in the early 20th century, becoming a staple of British Chinese cuisine and shaping how Chinese food was perceived by the British public. The term literally translates as mixed bits, referring to a mixture of meats and vegetables in a thick sauce served with rice or noodles. It is not a dish found in China, but still on the menu of most Chinese takeaways across the UK. We continued the tour through Piccadilly to the site of a Chinese restaurant that opened in 1974 and started a new trend of high-end Chinese food in London.
Yeah, so what is this place? So at the time, if people were eating this restaurant, what kind of food can they get?
Was very classic Hong Kong style because that the main chef is from Hong Kong as well.
Okay.
Very experienced.
Some dim sum.
Dim sum, banqueting, lobster, roasting, whole complete Hong Kong cuisine.
And a roast meat, yeah?
Roast meat.
You focus on the ingredient and as well as...
It looks really, really big. Even now,
very big.
It looks like a department store.
Bigger than that.
Now, how many people can they accommodate?
If you do banquet,
they can do 800.
It was this restaurant that expanded Chinese food beyond chop suey to other Anglified Cantonese dishes that were to become the mainstay of the English-Chinese menu for the next 50 years. But recently, things have been changing, as can be seen by the Haidilao now occupying the ground floor of the same building. The restaurant belongs to China's largest hot pot restaurant chain, founded in Sichuan in 1994, and now operating over 1,300 outlets worldwide. It is famous for its customer-first service, playful dining atmosphere, and very different from the traditional Cantonese fare you find across the UK. I bid farewell to Desmond and Jerry and enter the restaurant. I've arranged to meet some London friends for lunch to discuss these changes. On the way to my table, I meet a group out for a walk lunch, and I'm fascinated to hear what they think of the concept.
Hi, I saw you guys are having the hot pot, and I saw you were actually I assume you are Chinese, and you were explaining how to eat the hot pot to your friend. Who here are actually the first time having the hot pot?
Quite a few. I think Tang is
Yeah.
the first time, Phoenix is the first time,
Yeah.
is the first time.
Oh wow. And then for the first timers, how do you feel about this experience?
We're hungry. It's really something new. Most of us haven't tried it, so it's really good.
Over the past 5 years, London has seen a dramatic expansion in the availability of regional Chinese cuisines. Moving well beyond its traditional Cantonese core, the city's food scene now features a wide range of authentic offerings from Sichuan, Hunan, Shanxi, and Northeast China, alongside the rise of hot pot chains like Dalongyi and Haidilao. To help me understand these changes, I'm joined for a hot pot by Chinese food critic Jiachen, along with Chen Gong and Eric from Haidilao.
Oh, well, I feel really nowadays, you name a regional cuisine in London, you almost can find a place. And not just to find a place to get that particular dish, is to find a place to get the authentic one, the very delicious one. Now it has been changing. So people started to accept Chinese food, and then the acceptance allow the authentic cuisine to move in, to attract people to try, the Western people to try. So I really see a big jump over the years from mainly Cantonese or westernized Chinese food to now all this regional cuisine and authentic place.
I think the reason Haidilao is different, because we want to have totally different experience. When you go inside and all our staff will greeting you. It's not like a restaurant, it's more like a family, like a home. And when you're sitting at the table, all our waiter or waitress, they can explain you very clearly how to eat, how long you need to cook this food, and how to make best combination for food, for seasoning, to have the soup. Try to give you a unique gourmet experience other than other restaurants in London.
Oh, do you also have a certain percentage of Western customers?
Nowadays, from Piccadilly branch, I think we have 50%, which is Asian customer. I cannot define they are Chinese or any other nationalities. 30% to 40% the local people here, and maybe 10 to 20% the tourists.
I felt I was getting a better understanding of where Jing was coming from when she insisted that London's Chinese food was changing. But before seeking out London's best Chinese food, I wanted to go further back. By chance, I had seen a poster for a lecture on Chinese food in British culture at the Colindale Library in northwest London by American academic Lisa Liu. So I bought a ticket and headed out to listen in. Lisa explained how Chinese food became a British dining staple and how that helped change perceptions of the Chinese since they first arrived as seamen in the 1800s. At the end of the talk, I sat down with her as I had more questions.
Maybe you can give us a brief introduction about what is your talk about today.
I look at the history of Chinese in London, which really starts after the First Opium War. China was open pretty much. And so you had an influx of people who were coming through Hong Kong via Canton and South China, really. They were coming in on the ships, and they were landing in Limehouse, so at the dock. Our original Chinatown is Limehouse in London, and was there until after the Second World War. But even before that, it slowly started migrating out of that area. British soldiers have come back post-World War II who were in Burma and have a taste for Asian food. So it's a little more adventurous and different for them, and they decide, okay, we'll give this a try. And you just get it increasing more and more and more and becoming commonplace, where today Chinese takeaway is like the #1 favorite takeaway. But for a long time, the Cantonese had sort of the stronghold.
As I made my way back to the center of London, I passed through a small alleyway, and there it hit me.
And you have classic English pubs on one side, another one on the other side, 2 English pubs in the small alleyways, but in between there's 2 Chinese restaurants. And one is from Xinjiang Uyghur restaurant, and the other is from Xi'an cuisine.
London's appetite for different Chinese food is clearly changing. What was once a multitude of Cantonese eateries all offering similar menus of sweet and sour chicken, chow mein and chop suey is now becoming a more sophisticated mix of regional flavors and spices from all over China. Desmond and Jerry have impressed on me the close links London still has with Hong Kong. And I feel to really understand what is driving these changes, I need to go there. In the next episode, I travel to Hong Kong to explore how its own food scene is changing and the East-West connection that are driving the changes I'm seeing here in London.